Live. We are live. Hi there, everybody.
Hey
It's
guys.
Father Fish. We're home again. Back and good to be with you. Happy to be here. See my shirt? Where's my shirt? There it is. And my Father Fish shirt. Oh, let's see. I gotta wait until YouTube picks up so I can cut the volume off on my YouTube so I don't get feedback. And it takes about a minute. It isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it
It,
is.
the lag is there. It is okay. Now go back to there. James Green, looking forward to this. Well, with a question mark. Hello, James. Are you? I don't know. Funny. Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Oh, it's Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Andrew, is this is this
I
Andrew? I can't tell. William
can't tell if
Avery.
it's Andrew or not. I'm looking now to see, but he doesn't have a
I'm
profile pic.
wondering if this is Andrew. If this is the Andrew that spent the day with me, say yeah, it's me. Gavin Thompson, Darbwire. Not only that, we've all got fire on our heads. And if you don't know what that means, I ain't gonna tell you. It's for the initiated. You wish. Okay, different Andrew. Well, I may wish. Caddy, hello, Caddy. I had I had Andrew here working with me today. He's my newest employee, who I'm very excited about. Darmwire, does that mean you were cutting up jalapenos? No. How's the Pisces? Hello, hello. Rogerio. Rogerio. Bon nuit. Father Fish and Dina. Holla Girl is here. West Virginia Holla Girl. Nikki Senior. Let's see how many. We're up to 50. Up to 50 redheads, 3G redheads. Detroit in the house. Hello, Mickey. Gone but never forgotten. Filled my 90 yesterday. Added 10 glass blood thin tetras today. How cool is that?
That is awesome.
I scheduled with Kenny, who has shown up here some. Kenny lives about 20 minutes south of me, in a county called Princess Anne. He's a local, so he's native to the waters. He's going to get together with me Saturday in 2 weeks, and we're going to go out in the boat and do some collecting, hit some of the high spots. We will be sure to video it all. It will be great fun. Bolton, England, Michael Haslam. Hello from Bolton. Thank you, sir. Kimberly Kennedy. Need to give Kimberly a wrench.
Hmm.
And as mod, you got it, Kimberly. You are now a standard moderator. Joanne Mays from Vancouver Island. How neat is that? And as moderator, standard moderator. You got it, Dedican. Dedican is here. Hey, Dedican. Nice to see you. What up, Dedican? Shanks, another newbie. And as moderator, everybody gets a wrench. And the reason we do this is so everybody can feel welcome and belong. Uh, and if you get out of line, you get smacked down so fast you won't have time to take a breath.
Hmm.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
When everybody is a moderator, everybody is watching everybody,
Mhm.
which
That's
I
it.
prefer to some people watching others. I think it works better that way. Rockstar, Genso, hey Genso, Rockstar TV, remove as moderator. I think I think our silent moderator is hard at work here now. Basil Gorant, Goralt, Goralt or Goralt, Goralt.
Mhm.
Is that an L or an I? It's an L. Basil Goralt. Hello. Oh, from South Africa. How nice. Wonderful to have you here. So we are Vancouver Island and South Africa. Are they about as far apart as you can get? Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. They probably are. Yeah, they probably are. That's halfway around the world, right there. Our friend Stanley Pittman is experiencing super high KH, like off the chart. How can he lower naturally? The simplest way is water changes. Loading up the tank with more plants will certainly help. Uh, Algae will help. Algae is the best thing you can do. Reduce all feeding, stop all feeding. It's caused by conditions, and the conditions are that KH, general GH, KH, that's odd. Super high KH, carbonate hardness. I'm thinking something else. Oh dear. I'm thinking nitrates, and you're saying KH. Super high KH. Water changes, just do water changes. Um, water change with RO. Do about 10% at a crack to get it down slowly. In other words, put water in that has no KH in it, and just work it down. It probably is being caused by, it's probably a new tank and being caused by just the burn off of carbonate. It settles down. It'll settle down and buffer out. It'll buffer out high though, probably 8.2, but it might take months for that to happen. If you're worried about it, just do some water changes. Otherwise, it takes care of itself. It's not a natural condition. It doesn't occur naturally unless you've got huge amounts of phosphates or carbonates in the water, you know, that are um, that are causing that. So consider that. Stan needs to look at the presence of carbonates. We can do water changes to get it down. And I would not, I would not put anything like pH down in, because if you start putting acids in there, it could flip it, and that's really dangerous. It's also not it's not duplicatable.
Oh,
You can't create a condition with that you can sustain. And whatever wherever you're at, you want to be able to sustain. You start playing with chemicals in order to change pH, and it will become utterly chaotic because you won't be able to maintain a stable pH. It'll fluctuate. It'll go up and down because you're basically fighting whatever the basic chemistry in the aquarium is. What do we got here?
Stan said that it's the tap water that has crazy high KH.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Check out my reel that I mentioned at Father Fish. This is Rocket Star TV. What is 40 pounds something super chat? What is that? Green, Robert
Oh,
Bennett. Northwest Arkansas. That's the other end of the world too. Look at that.
Hmm.
Northwest Arkansas. 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 All right. What else?
Oh, Stan said that he ordered a RO unit. I'm going to start cutting the tap water.
Um, that's interesting. Well, you can do that. Same difference. You can buy RO water. You know, you can make it and then just cut it. But do it on a formula. You want to do it in a way that allows you to maintain absolute stability.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the most critical thing about anything that changes pH. Oh, here's my landlady. Excuse me, I need to talk to this. Hello, Marianne. How are you? Oh, good, good. I'm not home. Uh, I know, and I was gone the entire day. Absolutely, absolutely. Monday I can be home mid afternoon. Uh, it's not. No, it's okay. It's not a problem. Yeah, it's okay. I do have. No, wait. Yeah, I have a doctor's appointment, but that's Tuesday. Yeah, I'll call you. I'll call you. Alrighty. Okay, fine. We can do that. Okay. All right. Bye. My landlady
Mhm.
insists on picking up the rent check. She comes to visit to pick up the rent check, and
Gotcha.
it's the 21st of the month. That's when my rent's due.
Hmm.
So we have to abide by these rules. But she's a sweetie. She's 80. She's older than me. She's 85.
Yeah.
Just lost her husband 6 months ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
He was 92. Um, and she's hale and hearty when she's tiny little thing and wiry. Says she's mean. She didn't mean. She didn't know what mean means. All right, where are we? Yes, that's. I hate changing pH. I really do. The thing about it is, it should come down, but it is possible that he's in a situation where the carbonates are just naturally so high that he's going to have to buffer it down. Um, and the best way to do that is with RO. So if you can make it, that's fine. That's a good way to do it. That way he knows exactly how much to put in to get where he wants to be. Megan Bakook, love seeing you. Love having you here. Holly, Holly, howdy. Holly needs a wrench. They call you a standard moderate. One but never forgotten is in Ireland. Now what happened? We just jumped ahead. Oh my goodness, look at all the new people here. What is this? Okay, rock star.
Yeah, we got a lot of new people tonight.
Yeah. Ada Miller. Rock star, I think it's from India. I think that's what I can't remember what the coinage is called. That's what that is. Ordered RO unit, gonna start cutting it. Audio seems muffled. That may be us, that may not be you, or our water is too clean. Well, you can't use it straight out, Andrew, but you can use it to cut conditions that are unacceptable. So that's a value. It's better than medication or better than some kind of chemical because it's at least natural water.
Definitely.
Um, it's if he does 10% RO, that probably will be adequate. That'll probably get it down into the high eights or even the high nine, the high eights, high sevens, around 8.0, 8.2 would be okay. Kind of, let's see, Tremaine Bunch wants to know, can I cap dry soil with sand? Yes. I'm glad you brought this up, Tremaine. For the last, golly, year at least for the last year, maybe longer, I have not been soaking the dirt, the soil mix. I've been putting it in, capping it with sand, and then adding water. What I've noticed is that it makes the substrate softer, which is probably really not desirable. Um, but other than that, it has not been, um, there's been no negative impact. It's grown plants as well or better. The fish have been healthier or as healthy. It's really, I don't think it's made any significant difference. It has changed the texture of the substrate. I've noticed in virtually all of the tanks where I've done that, the I think as it wets, the soil rises up more into the sand, and it makes the whole mixture more kind of combined. I have had some um, okay, I've had some mixing. I've had some brown water or colored water, discolored water. But the other thing I'm doing is I'm I think my sand cap is more than normal. I think it's probably a bit more than 2 inches, and so I'm not getting discoloration. I mean, you can look at and I ought to take a camera over. I'm not wired up to do it. I would have to disconnect my camera and hook up another wire to be able to reach over there to show you. I'll try to do that. Um, I'll try to do that next week or maybe Wednesday. I could do that Wednesday.
That'd be
I'll
good.
try to set up to show you what's happened. It has made a difference, but I don't think it is it's not in any way a negative difference. Um, Other than that, it seems to be a looser substrate. And maybe that's the word. Maybe it's looser. Alpha hillbillies, alpha hillbillies in Arkansas. I see. Ah, the omegas are the ones that bother me. Omega hillbillies. Hillbilly. That's hillbilly. 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 Yeah, hillbilly. There's a hillbilly over there. Over there's that hillbilly. You see that? See that there? Right there, man. There it is. It's right there. There it is. It's right there. I see that. I see that. I see that hillbilly. He's talking to me. Oh, don't you go. Don't you go. No, don't you go talking to me now. Don't you know. Oh, no, no, no. You don't talk to me. You don't talk to me. You don't talk to me. No. No hillbilly talking.
Oh
I will hear no hillbilly. Oh, no
Lord! You
hillbilly.
you got me laughing so hard I'm crying. That was funny.
I went to college in southeastern Kentucky,
Hmm.
which is Appalachia. I mean, that's that's not hillbilly. That's something else. There's Appalachian people or something else. Anyway, yes, you can cap the dry soil with sand. You do not have to wet it first. Um, I think you probably get a lot more air in it, a lot more bubbles. That would make sense that there would be more air trapped in it, uh, and that might be the cause of it being looser. So yeah, that's probably true. I really hadn't thought of that. I've been doing it for a while, and I really hadn't considered the consequences, mainly because it's been working out fine. It's not been a problem. Now, with these tanks, we've been planting in them and pulling plants out 2, 3 times a week. I mean, just substantially, because we get plants in, the rooted plants particularly, that really need to be in water, and not just in water, they need to be in dirt. So we plant them. They may be in there 1, 2, 3 days, maybe a week, and then they come out. Well, that little bit of time they're in there does make a difference. The cilia grow on roots in one day, so they're absorbing nutrients in one day through the root system. So it's an effective way to be able to hold plants. The farmers put them in sand. They don't mess with it. They stick them down in sand. But that's old sand, so it's got a lot of nutrient in it. In any
Hey,
case,
Father Fish.
it has not doing that has not caused those tanks to be in any way less mature. I guess the
Yeah,
fish I've not. I had one tank that got ick, and I missed it and lost a bunch of cardinals, which is the only thing I lost. I think that happened early on, before I had the heaters hooked up. Um, Other than that, I haven't lost a fish. I don't think.
that's impressive.
Maybe, maybe one or two. I had a pair of Achilles I put in the tank that disappeared in one day, and I can only assume that that was because they couldn't tolerate the water change.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were in, or I didn't check it. I just dumped them because they were essentially local. Well, I thought they were, but they probably came from a high-end fish keeper who maintained artificially soft water or something.
Oh, we've got a few people in the comments, Father Fish, that says that they can't hear you very well. I was just gonna let you know because it's about 3 or 4 people, and somebody
Gee,
said move the mic lower. I've never used one of the
the
clip-on
mic
mics.
is right at my throat.
Yeah, I've never used one of those.
Wait a minute. Where is it? It fell on the floor, I guess. Yeah, it's on the floor. That shouldn't matter. I don't think there's testing,
See, on my end, it
testing.
sounds good. So
This this
I don't.
thing is this is okay. Let me go in. Oh, let me go in and look.
Okay,
Oh, you know what?
but
Where is it?
What you looking for?
The the song. Where is it? It's not coming up.
Yeah, I don't see it on my end
Well,
on
I have it. Edit name, stop screen. It should be there.
hmm.
Oh, I don't believe it. Settings. Should be right there. And it's not. Honestly.
I can throw up the QR code and everybody can scan it with their phone, or I can download it. You'll have to throw the card up on screen.
Well,
I
I
just put
wanted
it
to
right
play
here.
it.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I had it. I don't know. I moved things around.
I know
And
how that goes.
you probably can't find it. Add to stage. Okay, here we go. There it is.
As they swim about their home. I love my little fishies as they swim about their home.
Can you hear that?
When the sunlight
Oh yeah,
shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
I love that song.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? I wrote that as a poem about 3 years ago. And it was trying to remember. I think I did it as a Valentine's poem. And I recorded it on video. You can find the video, it's back there somewhere. And then recently, one of the uh, one of the guys on Discord put it to music. Now that's AI. That's 100% AI. The video we just did has no AI in it at all, and we've been accused over and over and over again of making an AI video, and it's not. It's animation, and the voice is live voice. It's real voice. If you go back to the fungus video from 3 years ago, it is exactly that audio. It's the identical audio. So, but there have been there. I want to talk about this a little bit because I'm frankly disturbed about it. Somebody watched the video and commented on it. I had forgotten about it. And the comment was, right, fungi. The comment was that it was really funny. So I went back and looked and thought, wow, what a kick. So I asked my editor to put some extra time and effort into trying to create something that would be funny and animated and sort of fascinating, colorful, creative, interesting, which he did, which he did with absolute brilliance. I mean, what he created, that video, as a YouTube video, is world class. It is superior to virtually everything else out there. It is an award-winning video. And I'm not saying that because it's me or mine, because I didn't do it. My voice is on it, but that's it. The rest of it was done by an absolutely brilliant artist. It is genius. And he spent countless hours doing it. And it has been panned. It has been bitterly put down. The YouTube algorithm has rejected it out of hand. It has gone in the toilet. And I am as deeply disturbed about that as I can be because it is wholly unjustified for that to be the case. It is hands down one of the best pieces that has ever come out on this channel. And frankly, one of the best fish tube pieces ever, ever, compared to anything anywhere. And it is vastly superior. And it is dead in the water. Dead in the water. It says to me that YouTube, the YouTube algorithm is an absolute joke.
Right?
It has no standards at all. None that evaluate quality at all. Not on any level. And if something, now why there are people who are so dead set against it, I can only assume it is because they think it's AI. Because a number of people have said that and they have panned it because they consider it to be AI. It is not AI. It is animation. There is a complete difference. It was not generated by some kind of computer program. Not even a second of it was generated by a computer program. It was generated by an artist who painstakingly created every single frame. All of the mouth movements, everything about it were created. So I don't know. It it frustrates me to the point where I really have all but given up on YouTube in terms of trying to do anything more with it. I've kind of reached the point now. I've had enough people who've been saying for a while, and they're continuing to say that I need to do more in depth and more different kinds of things to appeal to the people who are already here rather than trying to reach out to new audiences. I'm about to the point where I'm there, friends. I'm about there. You know, I am so I am so done with trying to do something that that will appeal to the algorithm and reach more people. My YouTube channel, and it's not just mine, it's everyone else who I've looked at in the fish tube. And it's not the entire fish tube because that is disjointed and disconnected. There are segments of that that have nothing to do with the segment of YouTube that we're on, of the fish tube that we're on. Those 20, 30, 50,000 of us who are here are different from the 50,000 who are in India or in Europe or wherever else. And frankly, we never have a way to discover each other. Don't believe for one second that you are even close to being in touch with everybody who's doing tropical fish, freshwater tropical fish videos, because my guess is that 90% of them are not. That it's such small segments that are completely broken up and maintain absolute separation from each other that it becomes completely impossible to ever bridge those gaps because the nature of the topic is such that it does not reach beyond a certain absolute controls, certain absolute limits. Anyway, all of that having been said, I think it probably is time. Yeah, views don't. I don't believe it, Adam. I really don't believe it. I really don't believe it. He's saying, show your wisdom and the views will follow. Talent wins. Not on YouTube, it doesn't. I do not believe that's true. I believe that YouTube is not set up for talent to evaluate it. I'm absolutely convinced that's not true. I worked at it too long, and the only things that have really succeeded have been the trash, the stuff that really has no quality at all, no talent to it at all, goes nuts. The stuff that's high quality, then there's a lot of it on YouTube, a lot of real high quality stuff that goes nowhere. And people work at it doing it for years and it goes nowhere. So I ain't buying that anymore. I think what I want to do, frankly, is a complete 180 and start focusing on. And Adam, you're one who's been telling me this, as of other people. Start focusing on the details. Start focusing on the issues that those of us who are here and together and in this body are concerned about. So I'm going to work on that. I've had people constantly say to me they want me to do videos on fish, on species of fish. I have up but for rams, angels, and bettas, I've avoided doing that. But I think I'm I think I'm past. Thanks to your methods, my rainbow fish community tank is doing great. For the record, I'm 30, old but young, as they say. Bravo, Daniel. Bravo. Melissa's saying slow and steady growth. Well, you know, I grew 100,000 subscribers in 60 days last December based on two shorts that were throwaway shorts that had no time and effort put into them at all, that went absolutely viral and got 100,000 subscribers each, not each, between the two. That's when I went from 100,000 to 200,000. It has taken me, I was doing, my word, 15,000 a month subscribers. No, more than that. I was at a level where I was going to hit, if I'd stayed where I was in January, I would have hit a million by December. Nearly 100,000 a month, about 80,000 a month. By day, 25, about 25,000 a day. I am now at 4. I was at 150,000 views a day. I am now at 25,000 views a day. And I'm not doing anything different, and I'm not producing less, and I'm not producing poorer quality. And it's not just me. If it were just me, I'd figure it's something I'm doing. But you look at every other big fish tuber, and the same thing is happening to every single one of them. In fact, I'm right now performing at a higher daily rate at 25,000 views a day than virtually everybody else. Not Corey, not MD, not Fish Farmer. They're all performing at a much higher level than I am. But everybody else, everybody who's at a 250,000, 300,000, 400,000 subscribers, even Joey at 100, at a million and a half, I outperform him half of the time. So it's not just me. It is the algorithm, and it's what they're doing to the fish tube. And I could not be more angry about it
You
because
got it
it's
right.
unjustified. It's unjustified, and
Absolutely.
I think it's unethical. I really do.
It is.
I think what YouTube is doing to their creators is unethical.
It is.
It's abusive. Lies, lies, lies. It's okay to have natural aquarium in a big plastic container with deep substrate. Absolutely no. Tank material, unless it's something that leaches a chemical, it makes no difference at all. It could be in rock, it could be in pottery, it could be in uh, anything that does not leach. Plastic is perfect. That's that's what the big acrylic tanks are. That's plastic, and they're probably better
Actually,
than glass. Truthfully, Rob is saying he thinks it's seasonal. Um, we'll see. We'll
that's a good
see.
thought.
We'll see. I do know that every December, November, December, has been my biggest months for years. That's been true. If I somehow got a 10,000 gallon planted tank, what would you put in it? Wow. 10,000 gallon. What would I put in it?
That would be awesome.
I would put a lot of swords in it because swords get really big. Really big. In point of fact, stem plants get really big. They become bushes. Some of them
Really?
literally become trees. I
Wow.
mean, it's amazing how a lot of these plants become enormous. Sagittarius can grow 5, 6 feet long. I've seen it that long.
Wow. So
Um,
I've only ever seen just, what we have in our aquariums. I've never seen a lot of these plants in the wild.
Well, in the wild, I've seen sword plants in the Swanee that were 10 feet wide and 4 feet tall.
Wow.
Just that vast, massive root systems with thousands of plants growing together in this
Mhm.
huge mass and big, tall things. So a lot of the plants get really, really big. Peace Love Puppies just ordered some big pieces of drift of wood, and I haven't sent them out yet. They're going out Monday because we're doing a little special package to Peace Love Puppies. So the, be on the alert. You'll get it probably toward the end of next week. She's all the way in California. Mike is scraping my neck.
So, I
Yeah, I
I
got
don't
it.
know why I'm not hearing it on my end.
There, that should be better. I'll just clip it to the
That'll
shirt,
work.
make it a little bit better. Yeah, if I move my head, it probably does. Yeah. Yeah, Ada Miller said everyone's complaining about it, not just me. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I have done evaluations of it where I have compared the activity of other channels. Now, you can only get, YouTube will only give you the last 30 days, but I've compared that a number of other big guys to mine, and the 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 graph is identical. So it obviously has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the videos.
Right?
It had nothing at all to do with the videos. You know, it's got to do with what the algorithm is doing to this body of creators.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. You would think that if the rate of viewers was high, that the algorithm would put it in front of more people, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
In other words, if 10% of the people that 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 the algorithm is putting it in front of are looking at it, that it would put it in front of more people than if 2% were watching it.
Yeah.
Not true. Not true. The rate of viewers on the current new video is above 10%. It's
Wow.
like between 10 and 11%. It was 12%. It's high. It's unusually high. I've only had one other video that performed higher, and that was at about 15%. Can't remember what it was. In any case, as that number has stayed up there, fewer the algorithm has put it in front of a diminishing number of people. Fewer people are having the opportunity to see it, even while a larger percentage are selecting to see it. So why that seems completely backwards.
Yeah, it
Why
does.
in the world? Why in the world would that happen?
That makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Adam saying YouTube and Google are being surrounded by search competitors. I'm sure nervous and making defensive moves. Yeah, I've talked to Adam a lot about this, and he's made that point, and I think there's something to that. I think he's probably got his hand on it. I think I think Google is going through some real changes right now because of AI, and
Yeah.
they are they're making a lot of serious mistakes. They may be doing it in order to protect themselves. I know anybody who does AI has to report that they're doing AI, or you can be banned. I mean, it's serious. They're taking it very seriously. And here's the thing, this latest video I did, absolutely no eye, that's not been picked up. But
Mhm.
maybe it has. Maybe the fact that it's cartooning is what the algorithm doesn't like.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like that would actually kind of, since it's so different than other videos, it looks like that would make it push the video out more. Because I mean, it's really a masterpiece.
Well, that's a funny thing too. The algorithm, if the more the more your video is like everything else you've done, the more it's promoted.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true. It's which is bizarre.
Yeah, that is
Um,
bizarre.
if you do a series of videos that are completely disjunctive to each other, the algorithm won't know what to do with it because it doesn't have a body of about. In other words, the algorithm. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The algorithm is AI. It is
Really,
AI.
I didn't know that.
It is. That's what it
Yeah.
is. That's how it functions.
Hmm.
It is making decisions based on its own programming. It's functioning based on its own programming and its own history, its own data.
Yeah.
It does. It operates independently. Now, the programmers may make additions to it. They may make modifications, but it's basically functioning as an independent entity. It is AI.
I don't know why, but that kind of creeps me out.
Yeah, I know.
But that's wild. So really, it's more of the program that's doing it, or the AI program that's doing it,
I
than
think
any
that's right.
actual person that works at YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's right. Let's
That
see. Mr. Slushy Dominator. Should I add snails to my 150-gallon tank? And half of the people here are saying, do it, do it, do it, because they love snails. I have 10 tetras, one betta female, 7 coolie loaches. That's funny. 5 hill streams, 10 guppies, 5 swords, and a bristle nose, and a partridge and a pear tree. Excellent. Yes, absolutely add snails. But you got to watch the snails you're adding. Add mystery snails, ram sword snails, or neorite snails. You can add rabbit snails. There are a bunch of others you do not want to add.
yeah.
Spixie snails you don't want. Pond snails are okay, but they're not preferred. MTS are ideal. Perfect snail to add. There are not a lot of bad snails.
Yeah, I love snails. So I've got them all in this room. Every little container I've got has snails in it of some type or another.
What do we got here? What is this?
That's the
Complete soil. Oh, which one is it?
it's the
Doesn't
for the 55 gallons.
we for a long time I refused to do this. Absolutely refused to do it. I figured, it was going to be too heavy. It was going to be too expensive. Nobody was going to be interested in it. You can buy the bags and do it yourself. And finally, somebody convinced me to make up a batch just for them. And I did it. And having done it, I figured, all right, let's put a few out there and see what it does. It has been a smashing success to the point where I then did a 25 and I now have a 10. So I've got 3 sizes of this. It is complete. We even add some additional content in it that nobody else knows about. We have a secret ingredient, mind you, in these packages that no one else knows, and we're not telling what it is. And what is the value of it?
The value of it is $150 value.
$150 value for what? 59, 74 bucks, I think. How
Mhm.
much is it? 69? I don't even know.
It's $74.95 for the
74.95.
55 gallon.
Um, very high mineralization, high mineral content, high buffer content. Trace elements are substantial enough to be able to maintain for 5 years. It is a remarkable compound structure.
But see what I
And
what I
all
really
you
like
need to
about
do
it,
is buy the sand. Cap it off
yeah,
with sand. You need to buy. I'm not going to ship sand out. I mean, I
is it
could ship sand out. There is sand that's available to me that costs $5 a pound. It's from a volcanic mountain in Japan.
that's cool.
It's black. It's
Mhm.
magnificent. I'm not going to carry it. Just if you want it, it's available in some shops. I know of one distributor who carries it. I probably ought to get it. Oh, I don't want to get into it. I don't know. It's too crazy. Double extra secret solution, right? Absolutely. Stan, where's Stan? Stan Pittman, 20 thanks. Doing good, Stan. Doing good. And that's with impossibly hard water. Secret ingredient is love. That ain't no secret. That ain't no secret. Love my snails. Hundreds of red ram short. Nice. Need some red rams. Yeah, it's amazing stuff. It really is. Can you please give me your best recommendation for fish that go with angels and at 55? Rainbows are absolutely perfect. Danios, most Danios, and they're kind of like the rainbows. The larger tetras, you can't do little tiny tetras because the angels get big enough to eat them. They will eat a neon. They'll eat a cardinal. They'll eat a fish half an inch long, 3/4 of an inch long. They won't eat a fish an inch long. So another one, a really nice one, is hatchet fish. Hatchet fish are wonderful with angels just because of the juxtaposition of size and the commonality of shape. I went collecting decomposing leaf litter from my hill's permanent water catchment streams and came with snails. Hello from Australia. Nice, nice to hear from you, Australia. Pretty cool. What kind of snails do you know? Thank you, Aiken. David Adkins, think you revealed your secret. Dynamacious Earth. You had to do that, didn't you? You had to do that. Actually, I still have an edge because it is not bleached white Dynamacious Earth. That's not what it is. So there. And I'm not going to say any more about it. Much. Hunter does stuff. Does anyone know why some fish stores don't sell female endlers with the males? A lot of fish stores don't sell female guppies with males.
Mhm.
A lot of fish stores don't sell a lot of fish with males. Bettas. You never find female bettas, almost never. You won't find them in a PetSmart.
Right?
You'll always find males.
Mhm.
Um, well, think about it. It's a good question, Hunter. Excuse me. Oh, let me get rid of this. Get rid of the screen. Um, think about the people who buy from PetSmart. By and large, they're people who are setting up the first tank they've ever had. They've never had a tank before. So they're selecting fish that are pretty. They're not selecting fish that are plain. They're not thinking about breeding fish. That's that's way off into the distant forest for them. Not even a consideration. And right, if you don't breed fish, you buy more fish. Well, that's right. They buy fish to die, to kill, so that
Yeah.
they can buy more fish to kill. So the whole purpose of buying the fish is to kill them in order to get more fish. Eventually, that wears on them, and they get to the point where they can't handle killing fish all the time, so they quit the hobby. What is it? Buying who? Freaky pretty who? What are we talking about, Deacon? Toad Mario. Do you find fancy guppies are very fragile? That's a different issue. All right, we'll get into this. That's a really important one.
Toad Mario has a really good question, Father Fish. Do you find fancy guppies are very fragile? I can't seem to keep them alive.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just looking at the same one.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's critical. Um, they are fragile, but not for the reason you think. They are fragile because they are diseased. They have the same kind of disease as the dwarf gouramis. They're bred primarily in the Philippines and in Thailand and in Sri Lanka. The guppies come from those three countries primarily. Sri Lanka's had been better, but are now infected.
Mm.
So these fish, they're spawned, they're fast grown, they're pushed up within 2 months, they're ready to market. They come to market, they last one more month, and then they die. And that happens with absolute consistency. Now, you can overcome it. And the way to overcome it is to buy pregnant females
Mm.
and immediately the babies are born, separate them into a completely new tank instantly, immediately. Don't put the female in that tank and let her have the babies there. Leave her where she is, remove the babies as quickly as they're born, like within minutes. The, the, the virus is adventitious. In other words, it's not in the it's not genetic. It's not in the gene. It's not a genetic problem. It's a disease problem that comes off the parents and into the baby, but not immediately. So if you get them out right away, usually you can save the entire batch and be able to have a clean, strong, healthy strain that will be adapted. I used to think it was simply adapting to the water, which is why I almost said that. I used to believe that was it because I discovered that and was able to do that and was able to keep them. But I've since learned that's not what it is. It's a virus, and you can overcome it by getting the babies out of that environment immediately. into a clean new environment in your water, your tank, and you're good to go from there forward. Do not mix guppies into a community tank. Don't do it. Now, I have not noticed that it has any significant impact on other fish, but I wouldn't do it anyway. You want to get you want to buy if you're really interested in the fish, buy female pregnant guppies. Very often they are not pregnant. Very often they're sold separately. They're separated out. They're chipped male and they're chipped female. They may be put together in the tank when they hit the pet shop. They may be kept separate. If they're together, they're going to get impregnated right away. So if they're not together, get them by their pairs, put them together, and then wait until that female. Hopefully, she'll last a month, which is all it takes for her to have the babies, and then you're good to go. But that's the immediate fix. Beyond that, it's a matter of figuring out how to deal with that virus, and I don't think anybody's doing that successfully. Good question. Last guppy born in my tank lived for 3 years. Mother died after a few weeks. That's it. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Cassandra Francis needs a wrench. Give Cassandra a wrench. She says, fish are more happy. She has 4 large plants. I suggested 12 more plants. Oh, Sitson turned a dirty tank 2 months ago. Any suggestions? I suggested a couple of snails. P.S. Father Fish, ritually glass cow skyline. No idea what that's all about. Was there an earlier comment from Cassandra?
Not that I saw.
I'm not seeing anything either. Um, let's see if I can respond at all. Suggested 12 more plants. Okay, 4 large. I don't know what size the tank is. I would press her to add more. More plants is always better than less plants. So yeah, I'm with you, Cassandra. 12 more plants. Sounds good to me. From Glasgow. I don't know. Stan, late July is what I'm being told by the local fish store. Stan from 3G. 3J, yes, Venice. Vids. Do you think I can keep a couple of discus and a 30? Oh, absolutely. Most discus breeders keep their large breeding pairs of discus in 29-gallon tanks. That is the standard tank for a pair of breeding discus. Rarely is it larger. I have seen fish rooms where they use 40s, but commonly it's a 29 tall, and they do perfectly well in there. Ooh. Oh, Sister's algae is coming back. Got it. Okay. Yeah, add more plants. That's you're dead right on, Cassandra. More plants will control the algae. Best fish. Oh, here we go. Michelle Blanchard. What's the best fish to put in a community tank? Another community fish is the best fish to put in a community tank. I would not put non-community fish in a community tank. So that would be the best. That makes sense.
It makes sense.
Just know my biology class in Illinois is following you. Dana caught. Oh, that's wonderful. Delighted. Um, I'll be happy to give him a high five hello. We could do that during class sometime. If they want to contact me online, I'll be happy to pop in and say hello.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be fun. Just bought 3 cups of culture plants, 10 fish, and a 40 breeder. Um, well, depends on the fish. I don't know what you got. What kind of fish are they? I mean, if they're 10 Oscars, I wouldn't put more in. If they're
Yeah.
10 neons, I might. Where is Cornwall? Oh my, Cornwall is not here. I think we blew him out Wednesday night. He did
He'll be back.
comment. He did comment on the. I hope he's not sick.
I hope
He
not.
did comment on the fungi video. Yeah, Erie's not here either.
And that is kind of strange. They're usually here.
I know, always, always.
Hmm.
Well, when they come back, we're gonna tell them John was here. You missed him.
That'd be good.
Oh, this is cool. Peace, love, puppies. Favorite tag I have right now is 2 purple parrot cichlids,
Oh wow.
2 electric blue rams, 1 glow shark bunch of snails, and 4 honey grammies. Oh, that's fun.
Hmm.
That's fun. That's a really neat selection of fish, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Glow shark, a bunch of snails, and 4 honey grammies. That's fun. Tetras are very strong and live long, but the water must be stable and calm. I would agree with that, Foxmaster. I would agree with that. Tetras will live a long time, but it's a funny thing with tetras. Um, you can get a batch of new tetras, and within a couple of weeks, all but one will be dead.
Right.
And that one will live as long as the tank is set up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that happen. And even if you get another batch, it doesn't necessarily help. Strange animals.
Yeah, they are.
Turkeys, yeah. Should she get snails? Absolutely, she should get snails. Absolutely, Cassandra. You need to get your sister on here. We need to have a little tete-a-tete with her. Chloe, Adam is getting his tank ready for Wednesday. He's shown his tank a couple of times. He has a cylinder, about a 30-gallon cylinder that's really sharp. Very,
It's
very,
beautiful.
yeah. Daniel Ingalls. I don't know, Todd. My neon tetras don't do a thing to my other fish. If anything, it's my Danios that are feisty, but I will digress. My neon tetras are less than 8. Let's see, is Todd saying that his neons are little buggers? Pseudomygil luminatus, pretty fish. Pretty fish. It's a goby type fish. They're brackish water. They're hard to breed in fresh water. Pretty goby. Uh, yeah, Daniel's saying 40 breeders are versatile. They really are. Andrew brought his 40 in today. We just acquired a 40 breeder, and we're going to do something fun in it. Never seen any Barbodes everetta. Do you know the fish? Barbodes everetta. I don't. I have to look this one up. Not by that name, I don't. Let's get it up here and see what it is. Here we go. There's the Barbados Eveready Airport, hotel, online, and restaurant. I'm gonna have to say fish. We have a DoorDash delivery. Barbados Eveready fish. That is not a common Latin fish. Doesn't exist. I have 83,000 results. None of them are fish. They begin with DoorDash. There's a, oh, here we go. I take it back. Clown Barb. Okay. I know this fish. I have one, in fact. It's also called a tiger. No, tiger barb? Snakeskin barb. Also called a snakeskin barb. Wonder if I can get it to come up. Probably not. Let's try.
It all depends. Technology's got a mind of its own anymore.
I know. Let's see. We killed that. Shall we try? I'm gonna
Hey,
probably lose.
Your call. It's
I'm
your
gonna
call.
lose my mind here now. It's gonna. There it is. Maybe. Oh, come on. I think I got it.
Awesome. You got it.
Now I gotta scroll to it. You know what? I got it. Huh, honestly. It won't change. I just brought it up and it won't show it. Honest to God, makes me totally crazy. It's a snakeskin barb. The black pattern is essentially diamond shaped. I saw a group of them. Here's a good example. I saw a group of them at a PetSmart a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I'd never seen him before. I bought all of them. They sold me 6. That's all they would sell me. I bought them, brought them home, put them in the tank. They did really well for a week or two, and then I started losing them. It's been
no.
2 to 3 months now. I have one left. And I guarantee you that fish will live in that tank for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I will probably try to get more because it's really a neat looking fish. But yeah, I do know what it is. Sorry, I can't get the picture to come up. It's really quite a cool fish. Ooby-doo.
I just think it's sad how everybody's having a problem with the neon tetras. Because I've been trying to keep those, and it's like there is some kind of disease, it seems, that's just killing them out. It's like I've got 2 that survived and they're doing great, but
I'm going to take a minute break if you want to
okay,
talk about your merch.
will do. Yeah, you can check out the website. We've got a lot of different types of merch, and pretty much every week I try to come out with something new for everybody. We've got lamps, banners, coffee cups, mugs, jackets, pins, like anything you can think of. And if you want something that's custom, you guys, you can message me on Discord. My name on there is Lokita, aka Psycho Plant Lady. So anything you guys can come up with, I'll try to make it. I really love doing the designs. It's fun. And
Keep going. You're doing great.
but there really is a lot of neat stuff that you can make on there. I like the pins, which I can't wait till I get my order in because I ordered some of the pins. Those button pins, I don't know, I collect them. So, but the designs they're really fun to make because I like to use my iPad. A lot of the designs I'm using are traditional fatherfish stuff, like the traditional fatherfish merch stuff. But I'm also coming out with some that I'm actually drawing out by hand. Most of those are not on there yet because I want to get them perfect before I show you guys. Let's see, Mike asks, Dina, can you make a neon green Tetra shirt where the blue stripe part is sparkly like in real life? I don't know if I can do that yet or not because I'm still learning how to do it. But once I get the program down pat, hopefully, because that would be amazing. That is an amazing idea. Deacon said Johnny Cash neons. That would be hilarious. I would love to do that one. And Adam, thank you for saying cool designs. But yeah, I've made a few custom things on there, but it's actually been fun learning the programs. Let's see, Deacon, do freshwater plants need special lights? And there's Father Fish, perfect timing.
There we go. Martial artist needs a wrench. Oh, already got it. Let's see. I'm way back. Need to catch up.
And Mike, eventually I will be able to. Your idea that you've got on there, eventually I will. I'm still working on learning both programs, but that would be awesome. You got to message me that idea on Discord.
What fish has the funniest name? Oh, that's a funny question, isn't it?
That is.
What fish has gee whiz? That's a good one for a contest.
That really would be a good one.
Yeah. Martial artist. Cassandra, how does one tune into Discord? Finding it difficult. I get that complaint every day. I need to challenge the guys over on Discord and Maeve to solve this problem. Every single day, I have people tell me they have tried to get on Discord and can't do it. Now, I know some of them are not following the directions. You have to scroll through. The first thing that comes up is the rules page. You have to scroll through the rules page and read them. And when you do, you will find the secret password that allows you to get into Discord. I think too many people are wanting to get in they don't want to be bothered with the rules. Rules don't apply to me. They say, I don't read rules. I don't do rules. Never mind the rules. I just want to go in and do my thing. Doesn't work that way. You must read the rules. If you don't, you will not figure out how to get in because the password is in the rules. And until you read the rules, you won't know what the password is. And that'll get you in.
Yeah, it's really not. It's not hard once you read the rules. It really does
Read
help.
the rules.
That's it.
Read the rules. It's very simple. Read the rules.
Hmm.
Pretty please doesn't help. You got to read the rules. Funniest boat name, the C word. That's not bad. I
That's
like
pretty good.
that. We still haven't decided on a boat name. Z word is good. Left mic on. Well, yeah, I dropped it too. It fell on the ground. I'm having trouble with this mic. I don't have a lapel, is the problem, or a button up shirt. Ah. 1 year old 20-gallon father fish sprung a leak.
Oh no.
Carrie was so sad to net the fish, pull out plants, and scoop out substrate. I could see live critters wriggling in the sand as the water receded. Starting over, new tank. That is sad. My lights just went out. What went out? The ones in back of me. I
Hmm.
could relight them. Should I relight them?
Your
Was
call.
anybody benefiting from the lights on back there? When the other light goes off, we're going to be in trouble because
Right.
my floodlights hooked into them. Eh. Does anyone else name their fish? My purple paired cichlids are Barney and Grimace.
That's cute.
Barney and Grimace, boat names. Read the rules. Boat name, read the rules. Nah. I love the confidence of angelfish. Oh my, yes. My big angel swims up to my cab when I'm doing things in the tank. Angels, yeah, that's really true. I hadn't thought about that. Angelfish tend not to be shy. They tend to be dominant. They tend to be in the middle of things. And the bigger they are, the more that's true. It's a very dominant, if not aggressive, cichlid. Is that kugum? I don't know how to say that. Goonch. Oh, I've had goonch. That is a funny name. He's right. That's a good one. Funniest name for a fish, the goonch. The goonch is a catfish from certain rivers in India, maybe exclusively, that grows to mammoth proportions and is purported to have eaten people whole and live.
Whoa.
Really. I've had
That's
goons. The ones I had were not massive. They were
yeah.
maybe a foot long. They were little guys. Looks like a gulper. If you know what a gulper
Hmm.
catfish is, looks a
Yeah.
lot like a gulper. Not an attractive fish at all, but certainly one with a notorious bio.
Mhm. Yes.
Read the
Being able to
fantastic
swallow someone
manual.
alive. Wow.
Right. Oh. Jacques Jecker. Jacques Jecker. By the fish, I recently bought 6 small angels. One was a little bigger than the rest. After 2 weeks in my quarantine tank, only the largest is remaining. Is that fairly common? No, I would not say so. I would say you're very fortunate to have put them in a quarantine tank because clearly there was something wrong with them. Um, I would recommend that you try to get angels from someone who's breeding them locally. If you don't know who that is, start striking up conversations with people in the pet shop about other fish keepers until you find something. The best way to do that is to find a local fish club. There will be one or more members of that fish club who will be breeding angels like you've never seen before, and they will be wonderful. Try to find that. The mighty pea puffer. I got a fly that is not leaving me alone. He's going to be a dead fly
Get
shortly.
him.
I'm going to get him. I just splashed soda all over me. From my wet swash flatter. Fly smash. Fly smasher. I fly smasher. I've got this. Look at this. Look at this. Once you see this, this sucker is hard.
That'll work.
It's
Yeah.
hard. And the frame, you can't bend it. This is like a stick.
Yeah, I was noticing that. It's like, where did you get that from? Because the ones that I see around here, they're just plastic.
Well, the Lion supermarket had them. I got a bunch of them. They were like $2 a piece. I want 10 of them because
Hey,
I
I
knew
don't
it
blame
would
you.
see 'em. And I beat a lot of flies with this thing. It is not
Yeah.
shown. It does not show anywhere. You know how most of them you smack it a few times, it'll
Oh,
start
yeah.
to tear. This thing is solid as a rock. It's amazing. You know what hit him with it? It really hurt. It's a
Right.
it's a weapon.
It looks like it.
It is an absolute weapon. A killer fly swatter. Yeah, right. How long do betta fish normally live? No more than 5 years. That would be max. 3 to 4 years tops. Average probably 2. Have you heard of orcas sinking boats on purpose? Heard of it. Fortunately,
Yeah.
never had happened. Never been there when it went down. Now what?
Yeah, I
All
saw
right.
that on the news. It's really weird. There's only I think it's somewhere in Spain or Brazil. I can't remember. If you guys can remember, comment below. But it's wild. There's this one pod of orcas that's going around just sinking ships, like deliberately. I've never heard of it until now. I honestly thought it was something made up until I looked into it.
You know who it is?
Uh-uh.
It's Willie's offspring.
Right? That was good.
That's who it is.
That was good.
I know that for a fact, actually. Oh dear. Somebody is talking about does overfeeding cause sudden fish death? Good question, Jerry. I would say no. I would not say overfeeding causes sudden fish death. Fish will not eat themselves to death. They'll just stop eating. Now, other things can happen. They can eat very heavily, and if something happens to um, their gut bacteria, it cannot digest their food, and it can sour, and that can kill them. That also, if the temperature drops, that can prevent them from being able to digest because they need a certain temperature to be able to digest. What else? I think the mythology is that bloat is caused by overfeeding, and it's not. Bloat is a bacterial infection. It can be a couple of other things. It's most commonly a bacterial infection. It can also be a blockage in the bile duct that causes bile to build up and the body to swell. Most commonly, it's bacterial, and it causes the fish's body to swell. It can be relieved if it's like fluid buildup. You can relieve it, but you can't cure it. You can relieve it with a hypodermic, but you can't cure it. Now, eating too much will not cause bloating. It'll make them. It can make them heavier, make them their belly swell up. But bloating is something else. Bloating is more than simply the belly swelling. It is the cell structure being affected in such a way that the entire body swells, not just the body. And it's a disease. Um, it's not a function of too much food. Oh, Stan retracted the comment. Do we want to know what it is? Electronic fly swatters. I've seen those. They're a lot
Yeah.
of fun to smack people with because it gives them a shock. That Pelican's family, right? What is this? Apex Spirit. Fascinating conversation going on here. No clubs in my small town in Texas. There certainly is one in Corpus Christi and another in San Antonio. You may have to drive an hour or two to get to a club meeting, but it will be worth it, I promise you, because they will have things at auction. That the one commonality among all the fish clubs is they all have auctions. And the reason they do is because the members of the clubs keep the club going in order to be able to sell the fish they're breeding. So there are auctions at every club meeting, and you will find things that you will have to have. And you will bring home fish you don't have room for. It'll be wonderful. So you really do need to find a local club. I'm going to start one. I got to get 2 or 3 people, and we're going to start a club.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Anybody
fun.
local to the Eastern Shore want to be a member of a fish club, contact me and we'll get one going. We'll meet here at my warehouse until we get too big to do so anymore. What else is going on here? Oh, Deborah wants to know what the topic is. Good question. Would anyone care to comment on what the topic is? Because I don't know.
We're kind of just hanging out.
See, there you go. Neil got it. Neil figured it out. There it is, right there. 7:13.
Oh, that's why it's not showing up on
It is
mine.
really offspring,
Yeah.
and they're done with it. They're done with it. They don't want any more to do with it. They're done with it. They don't want those people out there anymore.
Right.
They become orca terrorists.
I've actually read something that was calling them that.
Right.
I mean, it's really wild.
Muslim terrorists. They're orca fanatics.
Yeah, because I always thought orcas were peaceful. Not these. These literally are sinking yachts like left and right.
Free Willy. Patty's Aquatics. Father fish setting up a 65. What should I stock it with? Can't make up my mind. My goodness. My goodness. Gentle, gentle South American cichlids like chocolate cichlids, Uaru, discus. Somebody come up with another one. Um, maybe Juripari. Maybe one of the yeah, Juripari I was thinking is a good one. Some of the rams, the larger rams. Those are fish people don't do normally, and they're really wonderful fish. I've not been able to find them. I'm finally getting getting my membership back with the big importer, so I can start getting some of these more uncommon fish because they come through there. It's about the only place you can get them with, and not routinely. It's like once a year. The loose lip orchid. I think it's I don't think it's I don't think that's what it is. I think it's I think it's Willie's offspring. Dean Stevenson, how much sun should I give my outdoor guppy tubs? As much as the sun is willing to give them. You can have tubs in direct sun. Put some plants in it so the plants will grow. It will not overheat. If the tub is a foot deep, it will not overheat. A tank, somebody brought this up the other day. It's a really important issue. Tubs only get sunlight on the surface.
Yeah.
So the surface of the water may heat up a bit, but the thermocline doesn't allow the water to heat up deep. It won't go deep. It'll stay essentially at the surface. And the side rays will bounce up. It's only when the sun is at its zenith that it's pushing heat down into the tank for a few hours, not long enough for it to heat up, and then it angles off again. A glass tank, however, gets heat all day long, and it will heat up. It'll get up to 90, 100 degrees. That will not happen in a tub. So you can have a tub in full sunlight sitting on the surface. Doesn't even need to be buried, sitting right up there. I've got a bunch of them right now sitting on the surface. The water may be very warm at the top, but if you stick your hand down in it, it'll be cold at the bottom because the earth temperature is low enough with that tank and that water sitting on it that it is at about 65 degrees down there. The sun is not heating that dirt up that's under the tank. It's at about 65 degrees, and that's keeping the bottom layers of that water cold. It's keeping the bottom layer at 65, and it'll climb up as it goes up, but it'll balance it out. So you can do that. It's not a problem doing it. Adam Stones. Who did this?
What timestamp?
I don't know. Somebody blocked Adam Stones, who did not say anything that was untoward. I'm going to give Adam a wrench. We had somebody earlier that was being vulgar. Adam caught that one, and I kicked him out. What's a good sized tank for an Oscar? Well, if you use the 1 inch per 1 inch fish per gallon rule, a 10-inch Oscar will do fine in a 10-gallon tank. If you believe that, you really haven't got a clue. Little Oscar, you're going to get Oscar. The smallest you'll find them are about an inch. They're not available beyond smaller than that. About an inch, inch and a half. And obviously, you can put that in a 10-gallon tank and it'll be just fine. But they're going to grow up rather quickly based on the amount of food you feed. But they will grow. Once they hit about 3 inches, they need to be moved out. So you graduate up. If you want to start them in a final tank, I would say a 55 would be minimum for an Oscar. And I prefer Oscars, frankly, in vats, 100-gallon vats, not little 40-gallon vats, big vats, and grow up a group of them in there, and they will mature. They'll pair off. They'll spawn. It'll be wonderful. Oh, here's a fish, the starry night. God, I'll never remember the name of it. It's a fish from Madagascar. It's a cichlid that's black with tiny white spots. It's called the Starry Night. And it's been so many years, I've lost track of the
I've never seen that.
scientific name. Look it up. Look up cichlid Starry Night from
Yeah.
Madagascar. Betta needs fiber. Who knew? Betta's going to get whatever fiber it needs from whatever bugs it's eating.
Ooh, that's a pretty fish.
Oh, they are. They're stunning.
Wow.
Can you bring that up on your?
I can try. I'm not sure. I don't have the same controls.
I'll bring it
I
up
can
if you can.
try.
If you can get it posted, I'll bring it up.
Let's see here.
That may be the way to do this.
I know I can get it as a photo. I won't be able to bring the website up, but I can get the photo.
All right.
Let's see. It'll do it.
Meanwhile, let's look at something else. What is this?
Yeah.
Implant pack. Let me talk to you just for a minute about the stem plant pack. We actually have 3 different packs of plants. We have a stem plant pack, which is all stem plants. You get 15 plus 1 free stem plant species, each unique from the other. We also have a rooted plant pack containing 5 different species of sword, 5 different species of Vallisneria, and 5 different species of cryptocarine. If we are out of one of those, we'll substitute, but there will be no duplicates. It'll be 15 different species of plants. And then the third one we have are the specialty plants. Those are ferns, bulbs, floating plants, which will include floating lettuce and hyacinth, and some oddball stuff like onions, 4-leaf clover, some oddball kinds of things. Occasionally abuse, not every time, but occasionally abuse, and it will be in a little cup marked as such. Did you get it yet? We haven't got it yet.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. It's acting strange. It wants me to convert it to a PDF, so I'm converting it to a PDF now. I don't know what's going on with this thing today. Now it should be up in just. Let's see.
Oh, Erie's here.
Yeah, he
Did
finally
you
made
see
it.
that? Ireland is killing woke. Bravo.
Awesome.
Somebody needs to. Lord knows. I read a really in-depth article recently on woke that made the case that woke is actually neo-Marxism. That
I can believe it.
it's an outgrowth of the Marxist insurgency that's been going on in the United States since the 30s,
I can
and
see
is
that.
based on atheism
Mhm.
and the notion that there are no absolutes. And if you the woke is really all about breaking down distinctions between distinctions and how can I say this? Want to say it, distinctions and reality. The distinctions of reality. It breaks down reality and creates of reality non-reality or anti-reality. So it's all a function of creating chaos, confusion, conflict, breakdown of culture. That's what woke is all about. And as such, it is fundamentally evil and destructive of civil society. And of course, it's couched in quite the opposite terms. The deceits of Satan are innumerable. Let's see if you got this fish. Oh, there it is. Good job. Look at
Took me a
that.
little while.
Good job. That's a story net. What's it called? Did you see the scientific name? Go
um,
back and
actually,
look.
it's got it on the photo, but I'm not. I think that's the name on the photo. I'm not 100% sure if that's the scientific name or not.
What's it say? I can't see it. I
It
can't
is
remember.
something I doubt I'll be able to pronounce it. It's Partilia Paulinia, Pauliniae.
Let me go. Pollini.
Yeah,
There are two
Paulini.
species. Pollini is one. Oh, Parapetalia. Well, wait a minute. Let me get it. Paratilapia. Right. Paratilapia pollini. There are two of them. The pollini is one. The other one, I think, has larger spots or something. Yeah, the coloration's a little different.
Yeah.
Paratilapia pollini. Right. Pretty fish. There
It's
was a
beautiful.
fish farmer in Florida who sold his farm. I think he died, and the farm was sold. And the guy who bought it went out to the vats and he found a huge colony of these fish, hundreds of them, full grown. They a
Yeah.
foot long, magnificent. It's an extremely rare fish, and they were worth thousands of dollars each. He did manage to sell a few. I got a bunch of them, and then he let the vats go cold one hard winter when it got down into the 40s, and they all died. So he lost the entire colony.
Oh,
Tragic
no.
loss. We did get
Yeah.
some good fish out of it, but just amazing. Wonderful fish. It's a bit aggressive, not horrible, but just beautiful fish.
Yeah, that is a beautiful one. Hey, Father Fish, I got a question for you. Ari asked about his rabbit snails. He wants to know, I've got baby rabbit snails, yet only one mature one. Are they hermaphrodites? Because I wasn't sure if they're like ram's horn snails and they're hermaphrodites, or if they're more like mystery snails where you have to have a male and a female.
I don't know. They bear young live. They probably have both sexes in them. I have had them for about 5 years, and I've never had a little one.
Mhm.
I thought I did, but they were MTS.
Yeah.
um, Roxy has spawned them. She's had babies. She's got a strain of them working. We need to ask her about it.
Yeah.
She, Peplin Creek are occasionally here. They're not here tonight. We need to ask them next time they come up. Oh, that's cute. Mike suggests a picture of a fish over a map highlighting the river or lake that it's from. Bleakereye. Thank you, Mike. Bleakereye. Yeah. The Paratilapia bleakereye and pollinite are the two different species. Yeah, without the R. You got it right. Just without the first R. It's bleakereye. Very nice. Good job. Two of them called Starry Night. That's right. They're both called Starry Night. And they are two different species. Best way to deal with duckweed. Here we go. I've now lost it. Oh. Overgrowth. Concern about depletion of undersund resource. Yeah, that's a really good issue, Adam. Does he have a wrench?
Yeah, I don't see
Different
him.
Adam. It's a different Adam. Best way to deal with duckweed overgrowth. Concerned about depletion of minerals. It's a real issue. It's a real concern. What you need to do is you need to remove it completely from the tank so it does not come back. And the way to do that is with a wet vac, a very small wet vac, or a fine mesh net that will get every single leaf. That's a real bit of an effort, but the wet vac works. You may need to go back and repeat the process a few times, but getting rid of all of it, I find is the only real solution.
Father Fish, I think your mic may have fell down again. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't even see it.
Yeah, because you kind of sound a little distant.
I don't know where it is. I've lost it. Oh, I see it.
Well, good thing is we can hear you.
It's on the floor. I ought to just hold it and be done with it. That'll make it worse, won't it? Where's the mic? There. Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Hear you loud and clear now.
Let's see. Let's get back into something normal here. Johnny Cash Sickland. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's good. I like that, Deacon. The Johnny Cash Sickland.
That would be funny.
I just dropped my like slife water.
Your weaponized one.
Slife water, right? My weapon, my fly weapon.
It is.
Don McLean kept Starry Nights. Interesting. I've had him. I love him. I haven't seen him in years. Ooh, Philip Thirstworth. I went to club meeting, the Capital Club, Capital Cichlid Society in Lanham, Maryland. What's that? Last Saturday I was there.
Mhm.
We tried to do a live stream and it got messed up, and I just had to apologize to the world. But there was an auction afterwards, and someone had brought some of the richest culture of scuds and Daphnia I have ever seen. I mean, there were literally hundreds of scuds in that bag and thousands of Daphne in the other bag. I got a bunch of them. I got everyone, nobody else. I tried not to outbid everybody
Yeah.
because I wanted everybody to get a crack at them. But once the few people who wanted them got them, I was able to get the rest and was excited to get them. Oh, that's right. Daniken has Starry Nights. He does. He may have spawned them by now. Happy Pentecost. Thank you, Cedric. Thank you very much. Sucker for abuse, House of Pisces. Uh, if you order, let me mention this. If you order something in the store and have a special request, send an email along with the order. In other words, put in the order and then send me an email and mention that. I always check emails before I do orders, so I will get your request. And if you want something special and I can provide it, I'll be happy to do so. So if you order Cedric the special plant pack and want to get abuse or so, mention it and I'll make sure there's one in there. I finally figured out how to keep views.
That's awesome.
Oh. It's a tilapia. Right. That's a good point. It is not a cichlid. Absolutely right. What does this say? I can't read it.
It's from Adam, and he says, "Yay, 5 months now, and still loving my journey. Thank you, Father Fish, for all you do for our hobby. We appreciate you here in Wisconsin."
Thank you, Adam, very much. That's very kind. I had a woman call me the other day
Hmm.
to tell me that she's become very ill, kind of a chronic illness,
Yeah.
um, and had to give up her hobby and was devastated because of it.
Mhm.
And then she found the Father Fish method and was able to set a tank up and is now able to keep fish again
That's
because she
awesome.
doesn't have to put the effort into maintaining it, which she can't do. She doesn't have the stamina to be do that. So she was so thankful that she's had her love of fish restored to her. I thought that was wonderful. I just
That is.
absolutely absolutely adored that. That rant isn't going to help me with the algorithm. I don't think anything can help me with the algorithm, barbed wire. And I'm fed up with playing footsie with these guys. I think they're a bunch of jerks. I think they're frauds. I dislike them intensely because they are profoundly abusive.
Preach it.
And I think they're abusive to the small and medium sized creator. And
Mhm.
I think that is in conflict with everything they claim. But I and a whole lot of other creators feel exactly the same way, and we're frankly fed up with it. And if we had an option, we'd take it, but there isn't one.
That's it.
So screw you, YouTube.
Yes. That's the way I've been feeling lately, the way my algorithms are doing too. The way my views are doing. Yeah.
It's an absolute fraud.
Hey, you never know. Hopefully they'll change it though. If enough people speak out and say, "Hey, we're not putting up with this," maybe they'll change it,
I don't. Well, if they do, they do.
and then maybe make it fair instead
I'm
of
not.
that what they're doing now.
I'm looking for other options. Yeah,
And
it's
keep me
B O
informed on
E
what you
K
find.
E R I, Mike. It's BLEKERI, Bleaker Eye. Yeah, different spots. Yeah, that's right. It is a little different. Imperial, that's interesting. Yeah, Imperial might well have them. They are an amazing fish. Anakin's talking about them. Have you spawned them yet, Danny? Kenny. I'm sorry. That's Kenny. I can never, I always get them mixed up. Danny comes on as Danny. Kenny comes on as Daniken.
Yeah.
Dan Pittman. It is. It absolutely is. I mean, that's exactly right. That's exactly what's happened. You know, require overnight. What is this talking about? Games are. Is Cornwall? Where was that? Adam Jenke, member for 5 months. Thank you, Adam. Erie first. Fair play, Jacques. House of Pisces. Should I get Malaysian trumpet snails? I think they're one of the best snails you can have in a tank. They are
Yeah.
like earthworms to a garden.
Hmm.
They really are. They're wonderful.
And Darkwire's got something interesting here. At Father Fish, one thing I realized is that there are two notification settings. You have to change it to all to get notified of all posted videos. And I don't know if that was a recent change because I didn't realize you could do that with YouTube. I haven't seen that on
Oh,
mine yet.
really?
Yeah.
That's so when you let me go to a new channel. Okay, here's one. I love this stuff. The Carbonara. The Carbonara effect. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm. I don't
It
think
is
so.
insane. He's a magician who does mind-boggling stuff
Oh,
in
that's
public
cool.
settings. In public settings, it's just amazing. Um,
Oh, Wolf's got a question for you, Father Fresh. When are the stem
okay,
plants coming in
all
this
right.
week?
Hold on a minute. All personalized, none and none. Yeah, the black bell. You ring the black bell, right? And that theoretically gives you notification every time they come up. Here's the problem with that:
Yeah.
you have to scroll infinitely to get to it. If you have, for example, if you have 100
Mhm.
channels subscribed with the bell rung, the black bell, when you are scrolling under notifications, you will have to go through hundreds of them, which will take you hours to do.
Yeah.
It's it it's not a good system because the minute you click on one and go back to notifications, it takes you to a completely different place. So it's really quite a bizarre system.
That is bizarre.
What is this? I just clicked on something. I have no idea what it is, and it's not telling me. What is this? Strong tornado. Oh, it's a tornado chaser in Kansas. Okay. They're always fun.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Get back to something here. 44. We were at 42. Um, let's see. I just burst somebody's eardrums. Oh, when I did that like that, like small hand strainer works. Yeah. The trick is getting the last little leaf out. And that's really what you have to do to control it. It's like the Flintstones without Fred when Carwell is gone. Where is Cornwall? Or Erie, do you know where Cornwall is? He was in yesterday because I saw his comment on the fungi
Yeah.
video. He had a funny comment. It was sweet.
Yeah.
I would say they're peace. They're not horribly aggressive. Tilapia are not terribly aggressive. Tips for keeping views. I'm the wrong one to talk to. I think the way to do it, I'm going to work on this. I'm hoping we can get to it this week. We're going to start mounting Anubias and views to hardscape, specifically to Pacific and Spiderwood. And that's the way to do it. You attach it to Spiderwood, to hardscape. That keeps the roots out of it keeps the tuber out of the dirt. You can root it because the tuber has roots. But if the tuber gets in the dirt, it'll kill it.
Mm.
So it's kind of tricky. You're better off mounting it, and you can do it by wrapping it with like green thin, very fine monofilament, or you could glue it with a super glue, just the tiniest spot. The super glue will kill the plant where it hits, right at that surface. So you don't want to glom it on. You want to put a tiny drop on. I'm doing the best I can, Jacques. Best I can. Laser worm. Mod. It's weird that they're driving creators away. Perfect opportunity for extra something. So it really is. I mean, if anybody could get in there and create something that would actually pay for results and create a means of being able of the creator being able to achieve real results, man, it would take over in 24 hours.
It
Would take
would.
no time at all. It absolutely would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here, let me give you another example of this. I mean, I'm on this hard. I really am. I'm sorry if I get off the fish, but considering where we are, we got to talk about where we are because
Yeah.
it affects everything we do here.
Mm-hmm.
A year ago, 1 year ago, the level of subscribers that I was going after, I was at that point 1 year ago, I was at about 25,000 subscribers. 25,000.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of people come on who said, I can help you get to 100. I said, let's go for it.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, everybody who was at 100 was taking home $10,000 a month. All of them, every one of them. They all were within that range, some variation, but maybe no more than 1,000, one way or the other. By the
Yeah.
time I got there, it had dropped to 5,000.
That's wild.
I then went to 200,000.
Mm-hmm.
It dropped to 3,000. You want to know how much money I'm making on YouTube? $3,000 a month
Mhm.
at 250,000 subscribers. Now you tell me, that's less than 1 penny per thousand views.
Yeah, it is.
Less than 1 penny per thousand views. How much is Google making on my effort? Dollars, dollars per
Yeah.
thousand views. 10,000 times more than they're paying me. That is unfair. It's unethical. And the fact that I and everybody else is being cut and cut and cut and cut creates more than just an opportunity. It creates a wide open, make it happen game for somebody to make it happen.
Hmm.
It ain't brain surgery.
Right. I mean, if they can make YouTube, they could make a moral YouTube that actually treats people fair. I mean, it would be a matter of who's in charge of the company, who's making the algorithm. It would be all down to the
Yeah, the
rule.
reality is these guys are they're into being as filled with greed and avarice and control as they
Yeah.
possibly can. And they really don't care about anybody except the biggest people who might be able to hurt them.
Right.
I mean, they will pull all the stops out to help somebody who's at 10 million subscribers, and they
I,
do.
it's
They have
insane.
full time staff dedicated to the biggest YouTubers. Full time people
Wow.
dedicated to making them bigger because it makes them that much more money. And that's what they're doing. They're driving traffic to those huge channels because they can control it better. And they're pulling traffic away from the smaller creators. It's wholly destructive of their basic format of what they're
Yeah.
really theoretically all about. They've
Right.
allowed they've allowed the corruption of their greed to overcome their principles.
Yeah. They have.
They're more than their principles, their basic their founding game business plan.
Mhm.
Dooby doo. Let's see. Melanie is saying, I'm so glad Dina's tank has algae like mine does right now. Yeah, take a little bit of green water. It probably will get greener.
It probably will.
Don't
It's mine.
do not worry about it. Do not. You can add more plants. Don't you dare do anything to kill that algae. Don't you
All right.
dare, because you will kill everything in the tank. Algicides are the single most destructive thing you can put in a tank because they kill everything. They just kill plants fast and animals slower, but they absolutely kill everything. It's one of those dirty little secrets we're exposing in our book that's coming out this summer.
Yeah, I can't wait for the book to come out.
Yeah, I was my my rate of views and subscribers has been declining steadily now for about 6 months. It's been on a downward slide just like that, and it's dropping every week. It's lower than the week before. It just I don't know where the bottom is,
Yeah.
but I'm almost back to where I was a year ago when I was at 30. at 25,000 subscribers. Almost there. And tell me, has my channel gotten worse?
No,
Has
your
it?
channel's still good. I mean, it's actually gotten better. I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, aquarium animals and me saying YouTube are all bots, which is about right. Dina, you lost weight. Ears asking if you lost weight.
Yeah, still working on it.
I have to, I'm down 50 pounds from
Awesome.
where I was a year ago, less than a year ago, about 8, 9 months ago.
Yeah. And I started losing weight around the same time and a little bit, actually, probably a little bit before that. And the last time I checked, it was 95.
$8 per thousand views. I've never made anything close to that.
Yeah.
My average is 50% of my video. Half of the people who watch it all the way through. The other half click on and click off. Uh, Um, so if I have a 20-minute video, it'll average 10 minutes. But certainly it's not $8. If I were at $8 a thousand views, I would be making I'd be making $100,000 a month.
Wow.
That's
That would be good if they would
certainly,
change it and set it to that.
yeah, certainly not the case. LRB's lives are being battered with ads. Uh, I don't know a thing about ads because I decided years ago to pay the money to not have to watch ads, which is probably a mistake because I don't understand their impact. I don't know when they come up, how they come up, whether they cut out whatever's there. I really don't know anything about it. Oh, God knows that's true, Foxmaster. Shorts make more views, but they generate about 80 times less money. Absolutely true. It's shocking how little. It's like a penny per 10,000 views. It's insane. It's nothing. But what you get is you get an increase in subscribers, which used to matter, used to make a difference because that used to mean if you got more subscribers, that the algorithm is putting your videos in front of more people. But that's not happening. I have people every day tell me they're not getting um, in their notifications. They're not getting notifications of my videos.
Yeah, and I haven't been getting the notifications. I get them through Discord. That's where I get the notifications from for your videos. And for my videos, my mom, she doesn't get the notifications. Nobody gets the notifications for mine either, and she follows both of us. And
Right?
nothing, and it makes no sense.
Games are Games are is the fellow who did the music video. Thank you, Games are. That
I did
is
an
so
awesome job.
delightful. I just love it. He says I get notifications in Discord, which I miss from YouTube. Yeah, we do that. Well, I do all of my videos um, pop up in Discord. Notifications come up in Discord for every video, including live stream shorts, everything. All right, we're at 8 o'clock. We have run the gamut here. I've shot my mouth off for 2 hours, pissed off everybody. YouTube, I hope. The thing about it is, I know it doesn't matter what I say because nobody in a position to make a difference will ever know it's been said. It's like hollering into a storm.
Yeah, probably, but you never know. Maybe somebody will see it and maybe things will change, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Yeah, can
Straight out
hope.
of Cornwall. Cornwall is here.
He's
Oh,
alive.
Cornwall. So happy to see you. Finally, you got here. And we're so I'm just it's sad. I mean, it's sad.
It is.
Like it really is because we had an opportunity earlier on um for you to just have your heart strings fluttered and it's gone. The moment is gone. That it's beyond any kind of recapture. And I just want to say because he left me a message. He John said, "Be sure to say hello to Straight Out of Cornwall." Doo-ba-doo. And wishes you all the best. He only wishes you could have been here. Mike is lost. It's an in joke.
Yeah, it is.
Uh, we had you having dinner right, alive but missing. God bless you all.
God bless you guys.
Love being here. Great fun. Enjoy being with you. We need to find a better way to do this. We could
Yep.
do it on Discord. I don't know if we can handle the numbers. Where are we at? Right now we're at we were at hovering right around 100. I think we got up to about 120. Normally we're at in the same range, 120, maybe 150. I've been up to 200. That's something else. I mean, the live streams. We 6 months ago we were at 200 regularly. Now we're at half that, and I don't think it's because there's loss of interest. I think it's simply because it's not coming up, and maybe it's because there are too many people in YouTube and too many too much competition and too difficult to get. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but that there is a problem is clear. And I don't really have any clear sense of what to do about it. So let's all meditate on that and find a way to create our own YouTube. How's that? We'll create
Right,
a
that would
Father
be
Fish
awesome.
YouTube. There you go. Father Fish YouTube with 1 million subscribers. All right, folks. Oh, thank you, Dina, so much.
Hey, thank you, Father Fish.
Love you all.
Love you guys.
Dusty Steel. We're going to have to give Dusky a wrench here. Add moderator standard. Save. Turtle power.
That was
Cornwall finally puts in an appearance, right? I want you to know it is 2 o'clock in the morning in Cornwall's house.
Hey, he may have been late, but he still made it.
Almost want to stay for another hour just to entertain Cornwall.
Right.
Really. Well, there it is, Harry. You probably read about that. I've talked to some people about that to some distributors, some manufacturers, and they really are not interested. Can't much blame them, actually. I mean, I badmouth them way too much. Not by name, I hope. I wouldn't want to do that. Eerie first. What he dreams, sexy people. Oh my. All right, I'm gonna go home. I gotta get a hamburger. Love you. We'll be back Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday. We get on half an hour early. We might start earlier. We're doing a lot with that. We got a lot of people coming up. It's a lot of fun. Show and tell Wednesday. Um, be sure to be there. It's great fun. Better late than pregnant. Better late than pregnant.
He's talking
That's
about
not
cornball.
bad, you know. It really it makes you think. It makes better late. I don't know that that's the right way to say it, but the thought is there. It's fine to be late if you're not pregnant. Well, it depends, you know. You may want to be pregnant. It's not an undesirable condition for
Yeah,
everyone, you know.
but he's talking about Cornwall though. Cornwall's a guy.
Oh well, yeah, right. There is got to agree. Got to agree. It's being too literal. Better late than yeah. Okay. Da 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 da. Here we go. What else is going on here? Aquarium Animals and Me is doing more pumpkins. Ah, Dragonstone Gem and Ironworks. Hello, hello. What did I walk into? Really? Really?
Right?
All right, we're done. Love you all.
Love you
Bye for
guys.
now.
Bye.